Welcome to the Wealth Beyond Just Money podcast with Rebecca Hayes.
All right, today we're going to talk about something that is so near and dear to me. I think it's so fundamentally important that it's at the foundation of the business that I've built, Wealth Beyond Just Money. One of our core fundamental beliefs is that there's no one way to do anything. There's no right way, there's no single way, there's no best way. And so, if that's something you've been struggling with recently, I do want to talk about that right now because, like I said, it's so foundational that we believe with everything that we have that there are many ways to do things, there are many right ways. And the only thing that you need to be concerned with is what makes sense for you. Now, this came up for me recently because, what's the difference? Because I was chatting with somebody. This came up for me recently because I was chatting with someone, and when we start talking about whether there's one way or how to do something, the whole idea of, well, is this a labyrinth or a maze comes up. And in simplistic terms, what's the big difference between a labyrinth and a maze? Well, a labyrinth only has one way out. And yes, maybe that is true. But in life, there is no one way. You could see several successful people who all got to their success, and maybe they're at the same level of success. Maybe they're doing something very similar, but they all got there in their own way by doing things that made sense to them and making decisions based on what they know and what they wanted, right? And I love that. I love that there are so many opportunities and possibilities that anyone can find the path for them. And so if you've been struggling lately with how to get there, how to do something, I want you to keep in mind that there is no one way. Even though sometimes well-meaning people will tell us like, well, this is how I did it. And that's great, right? Learning how somebody else did something that we want to do is fantastic because it can give you guideposts, or it can tell you the deal breakers, the things that you absolutely don't want to do in order to get that success or to get that win or to climb that mountain. And that's totally okay. So take the advice, take the information for what it is, one way to do something, and then use that to your advantage, right? Does that align with what you want to do? Are you capable? Is it possible for you to do it that way? And if it isn't, then get creative and figure out what is the next step. What is the thing that'll help propel you forward? Your journey does not have to look like anyone else's. And if you stick around here very long, you'll hear me say that so often because I truly do believe that everyone has their own path to success, to wealth, to the life that they want. And there is no one way to be successful. There is no one way to have your best year. There is no one way to give back. There's no one way to have stable, respectful, trusting relationships. All of these things that we, believe and invest in here at Wealth Beyond Just Money to create that wealth that truly fits you, there isn't one way to do that. And I just want to be the reminder, the voice in your head that says it's okay if your journey doesn't look like anyone else's. It's okay if you come up with something that seems totally off the wall, that everyone around you is like, what were you thinking? If it works for you, then it works for us. And for today, this is what somebody needs to hear. And they need that reminder so that as they take the next steps in their journey, they're not thinking about what everyone else is doing or what everyone else has told them they should do. They're thinking, They're not thinking or looking for a single right way to do it. They're looking for their way of doing it. So, here's to you finding your way of building wealth and finding success, or investing in yourself, or enjoying your life, or simply finding that routine that works for your wellness. Whatever it is that you're searching for today, here's to you finding the one that works for you, not the one that everyone else says is supposed to work for you. All right. Until next time, keep building your wealth beyond just money.